Hey everybody, Big Mac here. How's it going? Welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Elephant Quest. As you guys can figure, there's no music, and I am post-commentating this thing because I accidentally forgot to record this thing with the sound, and I've contemplated, going back again just to backtrack to this point to, correct everything and just retrace my steps. But then I would feel like there were so many things that I missed along the way, or that there's too many gaping plot holes going on here. So I'm just gonna post-commentate and maybe put in a music thing in the background. Nothing fancy, just some OCRemix stuff. But anyway, so now in part 2 of Elephant Quest, I hope that the picture comes out mostly legible. I'm looking at this condensed preview right now and it's not looking good. But basically, what I was trying to do at this point was, we found a teddy bear, but I couldn't remember if we had talked to the person who was missing a teddy bear at this point of the game. So I was trying to figure out where that person was, and I was not able to find them here on the list. So after a while, I just decided to give up and decided to start exploring more of these regions. So we do have a couple things going for us. One, we can start leveling up more and gain more credits so that we can upgrade our abilities and stats as well. And then the other thing you guys notice is that I have what looks like 2 balloons right now, as well as a yellow key. So that yellow key is in fact going to help us navigate to another part of the world. Remember, back out here in the grasslands, we saw all these doors that were locked up. So of course I'm just going over a couple of the same messages that we've seen before. So we still need to talk to Duke for the W. I think if we introduce new characters, I will give voices for them as well, if I can read what they're saying. Again, I'm a little worried about this text, about the way that the text is going to come out in this picture. I mean, it's not as pretty as I would have liked it to be. Or at least just from the preview window, it's looking somewhat dubious or doubtful. But I will try and read it anyway. So, we're now exploring another part of the world. So that since we had found that other key, we're encountering a couple new enemies. One of these dropper guys. Well, like their name suggests, they just drop around and jump up and get down. Of course, one other thing we're going to have to figure out is ways to upgrade our weaponry. So again, I was trying to focus on upgrading my credits last time. But look at that, ooh, big shiny plus 50 agility in the corner. Oh my gosh. Yay, we got it. And admittedly, we will have enough time. We will be able to traverse this entire terrain if we wanted to. But I do have 75 agility points. And I wasn't really sure what to apply that for at this point, but I think I decided to I gave it all to jumping ability. So I upgraded my jumping ability 3 times, so that just means that our elephant can jump up higher. Wooly can be a better jumper. Sweetness. Of course, Wooly does have to worry about getting hit and stuff still. But let's see, let's talk to this little green elephant guy. Is it a guy or girl? I can't remember. I don't remember my silly voices. Mr. Titty, holy smokes! It might start raining any minute. OCD I am, just a bit OCD. I need my umbrella, but I can't find it. Can you help me? I think I left it in the forest area. Of course I thought, well, we're in the grassland area right now, but from the grasslands to the ruins, very quickly. So, one thing that we encounter right away are these new kinds of birds, the zippers. They will literally just chase around where you've been. So, an easy way to try and attack them is by using a circular formation. That way they just always trail behind you, and then again, after a while of aiming your laser, you can't hit them. Fortunately, since we got our jump upgrade, yes, I was barely able to reach that balloon without having to actually climb all the way up and around. Of course, at this point, we can see that having one laser is awesome. But it would help if we could, find other ways to improve our stats. Either have a more powerful laser, or just find other ways to make these enemies a lot easier to kill. I mean, admittedly, they're not very threatening, but it is taking a bit of a time in terms of me going through this stage. And admittedly, I was a little hesitant on grinding in this level, but I just figured I would, especially when I came to a new area the first time, I wanted to just, have you guys see what the different kinds of enemies are, how long it takes for me to kill them, at least once. I think occasionally when I backtrack to a room, I won't, kill every single enemy all the time. But again, killing the enemies are useful because you gain your XP, and the XP gives you more credits to work with, and the credits you get to level up as well. So, ideally, in the end, you will be able to improve some of your elephant's stats. That is nice, and statistics are good. Of course, you have to deal with all these annoying enemies still. So, the zippers go away pretty quickly, and one thing I do like about the zippers is they do give a good amount of experience. I think they give about 3 times as much experience as the crawler enemy does, although obviously they are flying around at a much quicker pace. So I'm not really sure if it's like a overall benefit to take the time to kill them or not, but it all works out in the end, I think, because we keep gaining our levels. And again, don't forget, if you kill every enemy in a room, you do get a 2-point XP bonus per enemy that was in the room. So that's why I'm making sure that I also kill all of these little nudgers before I go ahead and enter the door, just for a little bit of an extra XP boost, because then it's almost like killing 2 or 3 of these guys extra, for free. It's like buying in bulk at Safeway, or Costco. Anyway, here's a new elephant for us to talk to. I don't want to talk to them while these repulsors are flying around, so I'm trying to knock them off first. And again, admittedly, you can get hurt, and your elephant can die, but there's not really much of a consequence that I've seen, other than that you have to restart the room again, and it does this whole dramatic sound. Nancy is, I'm the stereotypical self-centered elephant, Nancy. Good to meet you. I wanted to ask you if you could catch something. Could you be a darling and find my trophy for me? I left it in the crowded area. Be a darling and find it for me. Fine, Nancy, I will find it for you. You don't have to be so whiny about it. At least she understands that, or at least she acknowledges that she is the stereotypical self-centered elephant. However, now that she's, recognized that perhaps she can make progress into not being so stereotypically self-centered, either to herself or to her friends. So, we haven't explored the cloudy area at all yet, but we'll get there eventually. Hopefully, in an episode that has sound. So again, I'm thinking I might just, splash on just some background music in the meantime. Haven't said what. It's probably something time-related. Today is December 4th, as when I'm overcasting this. VOing this, over-voicing this. I recorded this just the other day, and then I realized that I forgot to record the audio too, and I was like, no! It was sadness and despair. So we maxed out our ability to jump. Again, I'm not sure how well this picture is actually going to come out. It looks terrible in the preview window. It barely looks legible. Me actually knowing what these words are, it's still hard to tell what they actually say. But I believe down here, for the charisma, I actually did activate one mini-fant swarm. So what the mini-fans will actually do is kind of like bugs or something. They will fly around, and then they have little tiny lasers that they will also attack with the enemies. Mini-fans do not get hurt. They just have, so you can just have them sick on enemies all you want while you just relax in the sun and do nothing. But it just takes them a long time because they have a very weak laser. Fortunately, as we saw, we can upgrade this thing multiple times, so we'll be able to tackle or have multiple of these with us, so that'll help things go by a little bit faster. Anyway, there's another elephant over here for us to talk to as soon as we finish killing this nudger. And Bethany's, don't worry about Bully and his craziness, he's just a bit pouty. Well, thank you, Bethany. There is a little bit of a weird jumping issue with Wooly and jumping around. For some reason, if Wooly is on the edge, like on the corner or the cliff of a ledge, if he's on the edge of a ledge, For some reason he can't jump. He needs to have like solid footing underneath him in order to make a complete jump. So it's not like Mario where you can, or Mega Man, where you can just have like a toe off in the corner, and oh my gosh, we've been ambushed. So I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but I actually picked up a little blue key here in this room. It's a very tiny room with a lot of repulsors flying around. But what these little blue keys will be allowing us to do is they will allow us to get to Wooly. No, wait, I'm not Wooly. Wooly's the bad guy. That bully Wooly. Yeah, I'm not Wooly. Man, I'm having a... What's my name? I think I'm just Elephant. I think I'm just an elephant. So again, since we've seen this room, I just was like, you know, let's just go ahead, get past these guys. We can... It does admittedly, you know, especially having the jump upgrade makes this part a lot easier to navigate. It's still doable with just your basic jump power, but it just takes a little bit more time. So of course here we have some tight-knit quarters for fighting, so you do have to be careful jumping around. Again, I use the WASD keys to move around, and then I use my mouse to aim and shoot. So you can use your arrow buttons as well, but I am, I guess, predominantly right-handed? I don't know. I don't know, I mean, I'm right-handed when it comes to most things, except when it comes to eating. That I've noticed I'm left-handed at. And I think it just has to do with, like, with what I'm eating. Like, if I have to use a fork and a knife, I will use my right hand for my knife so that I can actually cut the thing. And then, since I've already got the fork in my left hand, I'm just like, I guess I'm left-handed now. So then I just start eating it with my left hand. I don't really, I mean, it's a conscious thing that I recognize, but never to the point, and I've had some people call me out on it too. I guess the norm is to just, once you're done cutting your food, like if it's a steak or something, or a piece of chicken or fish, well, I guess fish don't really need that much cutting, but, you know, once you've done cutting your meat or whatever, then you transfer your fork to the other side? I don't know, I'm not completely sure on that. But anyway, here, there's another elephant up here for us to talk to. And indeed, this completes one of our missions. We found Duke. The W is looking for me? He has a message for me? Whoa. Thanks for passing along the message. Here's a reward for your help. So in fact, the W gave us another laser. So now we have 2 lasers. So one thing that pay attention to right away is that the lasers do not point in the exact same direction. So, I mean, one's kind of following you, and then if you're pointed at an angle, that'll kind of change things around a little bit. But fortunately, you know, why not take more, we'll take all the shooting power that we can get in these particular episodes. So you guys saw there that I actually upped my credits amount, so that means every time I level up through XP, I gain more credits, so that we can navigate around that little board and get more power-ups and stuff. And now that I have 2 lasers, notice that I can kill these dropper guys pretty quickly. And again, I also have the Mini and Minifant helping out as well. So I'll go ahead and, I went ahead and stopped this video because we're exploring a new section of the forest. Remember, we need to find somebody's umbrella, so we will do that here in the next episode. I'm sorry I forgot the music, but I'll fix that next time. This is Big Mac saying, later.